Thinking back to the good old days, most souped-up Fords seemed to come with an option pack that included your Bazza and Shazza sunstrip, the Go Faster stripes, furry dice, and those chrome things that used to stick on the end of the exhaust pipe. Nowadays, you're lucky if you get one of these. Now, this is to Swiss chocolate what Go Faster stripes were to Ford Escorts. Nowadays, people are looking for much more important options like anti-theft devices. This is a vector key which completely demobilises your car, and Ford are fitting them as standard on their new Escort RS Cosworths. This new Escort joins a group of saloons that are laying claim to the supercar tag. That's no Ferrari or Lamborghini, but it does have over 200 horsepower and a top speed approaching 150 miles an hour. It's certainly super quick. But can you imagine in the old days a Ford Anglia with the performance of a Jaguar E-Type? It may not have stripes, but the latest Escort still stands out wherever it goes. The T-tray rear wing and deep front spoiler look excessive, but as one Clactonite put it, it looks the business. On the open road, the Escort will cruise with style and grace, instantly giving the driver the feeling that he's in a well-engineered thoroughbred. The feel through the steering is more rear-wheel drive, as the four-wheel drive system sends over 60% of the power to the rear wheels. This really is a driver's car. It's got these excellent Recaro seats that hold you tight on the corners. There's telescopic steering adjustment to get the positioning just right. And I love these silver dials that glow green at night. Now, Ford's big rivals, Vauxhall, also have a car in this class. It's their Calibra 4x4 Turbo. It's not as obvious as the Escort, but it's just as fast. The interior is also less obvious, and this is a bit of a disappointment, really. There are very nice, comfortable leather seats, but the dashboard is more like a basic Cavalier, and I found this tilt-table steering adjustment far less effective. The Calibra exterior matches its interior. Very smooth and stylish, but with no visual signs of supercar performance. Now, both Calibra and Escort were designed as the basis of rally cars for the future, and such a pedigree demands an off-road test. And where better than Ford's rally headquarters at Boreham? With 204 horsepower, a 6-speed gearbox and a smooth CD of just 0.29, there's little to hold the Calibra back. Now, 6 gears sounds a bit excessive in a road car, but really it's a very good cruising gear for motorway use. I mean, here we're doing 100 miles an hour, and yet we're only putting 3,500 revs. So it's a gear mainly for cruising, but it's a gear which will also take this Calibra up to an amazing top speed of 152 miles an hour. High-speed cornering and the Calibra begins to show the strain. It's actually quite a soft car at these sort of speeds. The turn in it understeers, add power in it understeers and understeers. And really, for a high-speed cornering, there's just too much understeer. Onto the tight second gear change of direction test, and again the Vauxhall struggles. The Calibra turns a little bit lazier again. That understeer frustrating the turn-in speed you're able to achieve. lock needed. In fact, the steering feels a lot... Oh. I was about to say, the steering actually feels a lot lower geared than on the Escort. And so to the Escort, whose very home is here at Boreham, where the car was developed. Now, the Escort only has a 5-speed gearbox, although the rally versions will have 7 speeds. And one thing you do notice is the turbo lag is much more on the Escort. If I'm doing, 60 miles an hour in 3rd gear, open the throttle and 1, 2, it takes 3 seconds or so before the boost comes in. Now this is because it runs a much bigger turbocharger than the Calibra, and that will be very useful when they're rallying, but it does give bigger turbo lag in road form. Top speed of the Escort is also surprisingly not as quick as the Calibra. It struggles to do 140 miles an hour, even though it's got nearly 20 horsepower more. It's got 227 horsepower, yet the drag factor of 0.38 really doesn't pull that top speed down. Of course, as the benefit of the drag factor is that you've got downforce. This Escort is actually the first production car that has downforce at high speed. Now to the high-speed handling, with all that aerodynamic help of the rear wing and the front, and the car turns in much more positively. A little bit of oversteer when I lift at the apex, and then powers neatly out of the corner with mild understeer, but not nearly so pronounced. Good positive turn there. It's a beautiful torque feeling to the car. It's got balance and poise. It turns really nicely. Changes direction, one then the other. Hard on the power, that boost comes in. Flick left, flick right, and whoa! This car is fun. Now, other cars in this class include BMW's 325i Coupe, Volkswagen's Corrado VR6, and Toyota's Celica GT4. There's Rover's exciting new 200 Coupe Turbo, but from these two, I think my choice is obvious. The Calibra does have exceptional straight-line performance, a slick 6-speed gearbox, and the security of 4-wheel drive. It's the proverbial wolf in sheep's clothing. But what it lacks is character and driver satisfaction, and the Escort has those in abundance.